Good morning, everyone. I
Good morning.
welcome every one of you to the design talk organized by Bimlabs Design Club. So today we'll be discussing on infrastructure BIM. So as we all know, there are so many softwares for infrastructure BIM like Civil 3D and all. But today we'll be discussing on InfraWorks software, which is also an infrastructure software. So before going on to the InfraWorks, as we begin to look at InfraWorks 360, the first question we have to answer is, what is Autodesk InfraWorks? Well, InfraWorks started off within Autodesk Labs from the ground up as a tool for urban planning. And as it was developed in beta test, more and more individuals saw the benefits that InfraWorks could bring, well beyond urban planning. So, as development proceeded, this tool now became an infrastructure design software. And the means to accomplish the infrastructure design, all of the design is accomplished visually. So we have the different tools available to us, whether it's road design, bridge design, whether we do water and hydrology, and work with this type of drainage design, or we are simply creating our model in a very conceptual form. All of this is available to us. Plus, it gives a very easy means to visually display this to our clients or to the public at different presentations or hearings. So normally InfraWorks is used for doing the conceptual modeling. So I'll share you the screen and show you the interface of concept of InfraWorks 360. So this is the interface of InfraWorks 360. So just like other softwares, this also displays the previously opened files and all. And if you want to set the units, here we are having an option to set the units in application option. Here in unit configuration, we can set the units in which units you want to work. So this is the first thing what you have to do before starting. So I'm going to work with metric systems only. Now we have an option here called model builder. So from model builder is just like a map. So we can just select the area on which you are going to plan your infrastructure. You can just select that map and bring it to the structure, and you can just start modeling on that map. So how to open that is just click on the model builder. So this is just like a Google map what we are using. So if you come here, the option, we have two different options called the road and aerial. So this is in roadway, and if you want to go into the aerial view, you can just go into the aerial view, and you can search the location here. Whichever location you want, you can just search the location. I'm just searching it as Whitela. So you get the road. This is the bypass. So which is the portion you require, you can just select that area. If you want to bring the complete area which is visible on the screen, you can just bring it to the structure, or otherwise you can just crop it and bring it. So I'm just using a rectangular crop to bring the structure to my InfraWorks model. So now I have selected this region. Now I'm going to just give a name to this, like I'm just naming it as demo, and create the model. So there we are getting an option, that is we are preparing your new model. This can take few minutes. Okay, so just we can close it. So just if you wait for 1 minute, you'll get the map here. So let us wait for 1 minute so that I can show you that one. Okay, let us do one thing. No need to wait. I'll show you the thing what we have selected at the end of this presentation. So let me directly go to the modeling of roads and all. So I'll just take I have created some models or selected some models and selected from some maps from this and kept it so that I can show you everything. Okay, the demo is already ready. Then I can just click on this and I'll show you. It is downloading, and after that it will open. It will be opened. So this is the map what I have taken. This is a portion of a map what I have taken. So here also I'm having different types of views. If you come here, I can, I can go to the conceptual view. So this is a conceptual view. If you want to go to this engineering view, you can just go to this engineering view. If you go to the engineering view, you can see the contour details also. See this, since I have selected a small area, so you can see the contour details. If you zoom in, you can see the contour details and all. So here we are on the top, that dialog box or the top portion is known as the standard bar, and the bottom we are having only just 4 main commands. So the first one is I, that means if you are linking up some model from any other software like Navisworks or anything, all the details what you have to work on that particular imported file can be done in this infra I option. The next one is road option. So in order to model a road or edit any road, you can just come to this road option. The next one is bridge option. So in order to design or plan or model the bridge, you can just come here. And the next one is culvert and drainage option. So in order to do any modeling of any culvert or drainage, you can just take up this one. And the next two are just, the last one is settings. And the before one is a presentation. So you can create a presentation like, you can just create a walkthrough and all, and you can create a presentation. So I'll show you that at the end. So these are the general things. Now let us start directly modeling our road. So I'll start modeling with the road. So I'm taking up the map what I have already created for that road. So this is the map what I have selected. So this is the area where I'm going to plan a road. I'm just zooming and keeping it so that I can easily model it. So now I have to go to the road option, and here we have an option called design road. You can just take that one and go to the component road. So if once you take that component road, the property of that component road will be visible here. This how you want that component road. Is it PI based or element based? And you can select the assembly type, whether it is 4-lane or 2-lane. Or if you just pick on this option, you can see there are different types of roads. So whichever road you want, you can take it. So I'm just going to take the 4-lane itself. And now I'm going to start model my road. So I have just come here. So the model is getting updated. So the road has already been there. Now you can edit all the properties. Now the road is selected. So you can see there are so many options in order to set it. So what is the function of that particular road? What is the speed limit we are proposing? And what is the grading limit, cut slope, fill slope, and everything is there. So if you want, you can edit all these options in order to create your own type of road. And so here we are having a spiral length. If you don't want the spiral length, you can just eliminate that spiral length. So you cannot give it as 0. So I'm just giving it as 1 so that the spiral length will be almost negligible. So in the same way itself, here also we are having the spiral. So here also I'm just changing it to 1. So the spiral length is almost negligible. Now I'm going to convert this 4-lane road into the 2-lane road. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the outer 2 lanes into curbs and curb. So I'll just select that one and right click on that. We have an option called replace component. So that 4th lane will be replaced by the component what we are going to select it. And then we are having different options here. So I'm going to use the curb and gutter option. I'll just click on OK. So the model is updated. You can see the 4th lane has changed into curb and gutter. In the same way, if you want to change the 1st lane also, I'm just picking it and replace the component. I'll use the curb and gutter option itself. So now I have converted that 4-lane road into 2-lane road. Now if you want to change the width of anything, any lane, you can just select it so that you can see here you are having the width and all, depth and everything. You can change every value, slope and everything. So if you want to decrease the width to or increase the width to 4 meter, you can just type here and change the width to 4 meter. So in that way, you can specify the width and everything. And once you have completed creating the drawing, you can just, if you want to see this road to your family so that you can use it the other time, if you want to use the same road, you'll get this one. So you can just select the road, right click on it, and you're having an option here. Here you can just add it to the library. Road assembly, add to library, so that it will be added to the library. Just like how we have taken an option called 4-lane road, from that you'll get this option also, so that you can just simply use this type of road and you can just model it. So in this way you can create, if you pick any point, you can just change the dimensions also. So whichever point you want, you can just change every dimension of this and everything. Now if you want to change the material of this gradient also, so in this one you can clearly see the contours and everything. If you want to change the gradient type, material of this gradient, you can just select that gradient and you can just change the material. So I'll just take it as some other material called tall grass. In the same way, fill material also I'm taking and changing it to some tall grass. Okay, so it is getting updated. So whatever changes we do, it will be immediately updated. So you can see the material is changed. So in this way, you can just do it on the other side of the gradient also. So whichever material you want, you can do it so that we can take the quantity takeoff from this itself. So that's why I have just done it. Now let us go to the intersection. So for that, let me keep the map properly. So in order to create the intersection, this is the road what I have already modeled, and this is a conceptual road. Now I have to convert it to component road, then only I can design the intersection. So I'll just select this, and here I have an option called convert to component road. So you can see now this is also a component road. Now see, by default, what was that? The height was a bit more, so I reduced the height of the road what I have created, so that there by default you got an intersection. Now if you just select on the intersection, then you'll be getting different types of intersections, that is T junction, T intersection, or roundabout. So let me create this one as a T intersection and the right one as the next intersection as a roundabout. So I'll take the T, and what is the design vehicle? So if you come here, you are having different types of vehicles. So you can select the vehicle type so that the intersection will automatically change. Intersection width and everything will be automatically changed. You can select that one. Now, so if you can see, this intersection is again divided into different portions. So if I click on this intersection, this portion of the intersection, you are having some grip points so that you can move that intersection. So I'm going to just move this. So I'm going to widen that road in this direction. So you can just widen it. You can give the values also. Just I'm clicking it for now. You can just enter the values of also how much you want to widen and everything. Each and every point has grip points, so you can adjust. If you want to increase this to a bit inside also, you can do it. So everything can be adjusted. And if you see, even this arrow marks, what is shown, can also be adjusted. So if I select this, you can see on the right, you're having straight and a right arrow. So I don't want that. So I'll just change that to only right option. Then you can see on at the right lane is used for only right turn, and the center lane is used for straight turn. So yeah, straight direction. So in this way, you can give all the parameters. And if you come back, so this is about the intersection. Now I'll just show you the roundabout. So now I'm going to select this intersection and change it to the roundabout. If I change the roundabout, it will be automatically there. And if you pick, and you can just give all the values. See, all the parameters, just like Revit software, all the parameters are there. You can just edit all the parameters and everything. And you can just give the values and all. See here also, you're having outer radius, inner radius and all. You can just edit all these values, and you can create your type of intersection or your type of roundabout and all. In this roundabout also, if you pick, each region is divided into some portions, so that you can just pick that portions and you can just adjust it. If you don't want this roundabout to go that much into the road, you can just adjust it. So you can see the dimension also. Depending upon that, you can just adjust it. So you can create in that way. Now, if you want to see any cross section or the profile section of this road, you can just select this road and right click on it so that you can go to show profile view. So this is the profile view of the road, the blue one. So if you want to see the existing earth level also, you can just come here and we are having the existing ground level option. So here the ground level is is high and the road level is coming down. So if you want to adjust the ground level or the road level, you can just do it. You can just click on this and you can add the PVI points. So that if you add the PVI point only, you can just move that. So if I'm going to want to move it like this, I can just move it. See. So that you can just reduce the cut and fill and all. And if you want an elevation in that portion, you can just do it this way. You can just add PVA points and you can adjust the existing road what I have modeled. So in this way, you can just adjust everything. Now, if you want to see the cross-sectional view also, we are having showing cross-section. So this is the cross-section. I'll just show you just a second. So this is the yellow line in profile view. So I'm just coming to the front. So this is the intersection point. This is the road cross section, and in the plan also you can see that yellow portion. If I move on that, you can see in which portion, what is the cross section and all, it is clearly visible. You can see depending upon that, if you want to add any PVI points and adjust it, you can clearly adjust it using this road cross section. If you want to adjust this particular point, if you want to adjust it, you can just select it, add PVA point, and you can just adjust it so that you are not having any height elevation is not much more when considering to the previous point. So we can add everything and you can just select add PVA points and do everything. So you can adjust everything properly with this profile view and the cross-sectional view. So once you set everything, if you want to find out the estimation and all, you can just have an option called here, cut and fill and all. So in cut and fill, if you come back, you have settings option. You can just come here. So whichever portions you want to include, if you don't want to include the intersection and all, you can just off it. And whatever portions you want to include, you can just give here. So if any bridge is there, if you want to include that, yes, you can just add it. If you don't want anything like that, you can just exclude it. So that can be done using the settings option. Then here you're having the material takeoff, and this is compute earthwork option. You can just click on that, so it will compute the. See, you're having the cut fill option. Now, if you click on this, you can see the cut is this much m cube, fill is this much m cube. So what net fill you require is this much m cube. And in the same way, if you want to find out the material quantities, you can just come here so that you can get the material quantities also, curb and cutter, what is the length, area and volume and everything. So all the materials, what you are using for that, what you have used for that particular road, every material you'll be getting, and you can generate the report also. So this is some basic things about the road. Now let us do the bridge. So in the same road itself, I have given some height and created the road in this way so that I can insert a bridge between that road. So now in order to draw it, I can just come to this bridge option. pencil. I'm going to take the parametric bridge. Now I can just start my model. From which point I want, I can just click it. And you can give the starting station also. If that is not the particular point, what is the starting station, you can just mention there. And you can mention the length also, length of that bridge, or otherwise if you know the coordinates of that end station, length of that end station, you can just give it, or otherwise if you know the particular point, you can just pick on it like this. So now the model will be updated. So you can see the bridge is modeled here. You can just select that bridge and you can change the assembly type, the left offset, right offset, and what is the height, width, depth, everything can be changed. And what is the design standard, and everything can be changed. And if you want to decrease the number of pairs here itself, you can decrease it, or otherwise just you can select it and take it to send to Revit. So you can just export this bridge from this conceptual introverts model. You can just take it to Revit structure so that you can do a detailed modeling and design. You can take it to any analytical software from Revit and you can just design, analyze and design it. And you can just give all the sections and everything properly according to the design and bring it back to this infraworks model, and you can place that designed model. So what kind of bridge you want, you can do everything in that Revit itself, and you can just bring it back here and you can just place it. So this is about the bridges. I'm giving a basic idea of everything. Now let us go to the culverts and drainages. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create.
Excuse me, madam.
Yes,
Madam, excuse me.
yeah.
Madam, madam, I having a doubt. Just now you showed the bridge, no, madam, the model, the bridge modeling.
Yes.
Madam, can we make the bridge like, for example, parallel cable style bridge, this type of model,
Yes.
madam?
Yes, you can do everything, but that has to be done in Revit. You
Okay,
have
madam.
to
Okay.
only that length and that portion of that bridge will be taken to Revit structure, and there you can model any type of bridge.
Okay, madam. Thank you,
Okay.
madam.
Yeah. So this is the road in which I'm going to create the culvert and drainage. So before that, we have to get the watershed details. So if you want, if you're having any rainfall details with you, you can just enter that rainfall details and everything. And with that particular rainfall details, you can find out the watershed and everything. So for the time being, what I'm going to do is already some rainfall data is already there in this. So I'm going to use that particular rainfall data and find out the watershed. I'm going to create the watershed. So in this drainage, I'm having this option, analyze your model, that you're having create watershed. Okay, so to this road, I want to create the watershed. Select it. So it is preparing the watershed data. So you can mention the hydrology method also. Is it rational method or runoff coefficient method? So whichever method is there, you can mention all these also. So this is the watershed. So depending upon this watershed, you have to arrange the culvert and everything. So if you come to this pencil option, you can just draw the culverts and drainages manually, or otherwise if you click on this road, if you come to this drainage option, then you can just add the culvert. So it will automatically calculate the location of the culvert, or otherwise if you want to draw it also, you can do it. So you can see here you got a culvert, the head wall and the pipe. You can see head wall and a pipe. If you want to change the properties of that, you can just select it. Then you'll get the properties of that. You can change everything, tailwater condition and everything. Everything can be changed here. Head wall height. If you want to change the pipe diameter, everything can be changed. So if I come back, you can see the tailwater elevation and upstream headwater elevation. Everything is there. So depending upon that only, your culvert will be decided. So in this also, if you want to add the drainage system for this road, you can just select it. Again, the same way, if you want to draw it manually, you can draw it, or otherwise you can come to the drainage option. Here you are having add drainage network. So in this also, you can just inlet type, size and everything can be given, and manhole type, size, centerline offset, downstream offset, everything can be given, and pipeline details can be also given. What is the size of that particular pipeline? What is the minimum cover, drop cross structure, minimum slope, and what is the material of that, so that we can take the quantity takeoff. So whatever things we are modeling in this, we can take the quantity takeoff from the software itself. So it is generating the model. So you can see the drainage system. Here you can change the parameters, anything if you want, you can just change it. So this is the culvert and this is the outlet of the drainage system. You can just come on and you can see this is the drainage system. So everything can be changed, all the positioning, alignment, everything can be changed properly. So these are the basic things what can be done in InfraWorks. Basic modeling, what I wanted to tell is over. Now I'll show you how to create. You can create, as I told you, you can create the presentation. From this, drafting or detailing cannot be done. So in order to do the documentation and everything, you have to take this to Civil 3D or any other infrastructure detailing software in order to do it. I'll show you how to create the presentation details. So I have created one presentation video and just show it so that you can understand in which way you can just create that presentation. So I have in this video, or the things what we have modeled is almost included. So while giving any presentation to the client or the government sector, you can just use this type of presentation so that they will be understanding it properly instead of showing the documented portion, this will be a bit better for them to understand. So this is the roundabout what we have created. And this is the bridge. So I can give the caption and everything also. Okay. So this way you can create the storyboard, or you can create the videos for the presentation. Now I'll just show you the last one. I want to show you how to export this model to Civil 3D. For that, I'll just go to this settings and utilities, and I'll just export IMX. So I'll use the entire model, and I'll just export it to show the location where I want to export it. IMX format, so I'm just saving it, export. So it is exporting the IMX file. Just to check whether it is already exported or not. Yes, it has already exported. Now I have opened already my Civil 3D. In that you can just directly take the InfraWorks model, open InfraWorks model. So I'll just browse and pick up the InfraWorks model. So this is my InfraWorks model. Open. You have to set the coordinate. If you just come here, use the InfraWorks 360 model coordinate system. So say the same coordinate system, I want to use it here. So I just click on this one and then open model. So this is the model. So this is the portion what we have done. The intersection. This is the roundabout, and this is the bridge. So in this way, you can just bring it to Civil 3D, and you can do the final documentation and everything. So from InfraWorks, you can just do the presentation portion itself. Nothing more can be done in that. For detailing, you have to come to Civil 3D. So this was the session. Now, if you're having any doubts, we can discuss now. Any doubts? You can unmute and ask me if you're having any doubts, or otherwise you can just put it in the chat.
Madam, can we make any modifications here?
In Civil 3D?
Yes, madam.
Yeah, you can do it.
Okay. And we also export in that BIM software, right?
Yeah, you can export to Revit software and all. You can directly export everything to the Revit software. and all. If you are having any model in the Revit software, you can bring that model into InfraWorks and you can place it, and you can do that. Means if you are working on urban planning and everything, then you can create your models in Revit and you can just bring it to InfraWorks and you can place it, and you can develop or prepare that area with all the buildings, roads, bridges. If you want any culverts, drainages, everything can be done, and you
Okay,
can
madam.
create the presentation and everything.
Okay, madam.
Okay. Any more doubts?
Madam, can we make this Revit software for oil and gas project?
Yeah, you can do it.
Okay, madam.
Okay.
Because I'm working in Muscat, madam, as an as a civil engineering, right?
Okay.
But because of I having a doubt and asking this word.
Okay, you can do it. No problem. You can do it.
Okay,
Everything
madam.
in. Yeah.
Okay, madam.
Okay. Any more doubts? Any more doubts? You can raise up, please. So I have shared a link in the chat box. I request every one of you to kindly copy that link so that you can complete the feedback in that link. So whoever is doing that feedback will be generating the certificate from them. It will be provided by the Autodesk. So I request every one of you to do the feedback. And from every Saturday, from the coming Saturday, we are having the free webinars regarding the BIM and all. So I request every one of you to join that webinars so that you'll be getting an idea of what is BIM and what can all be done in BIM and all. So I request every one of you to join the coming webinars. On every Saturday we'll be having, and we are having different communities, BIM communities in Facebook, Telegram, LinkedIn and all. So you can join that communities so that you can get the knowledge of BIM and everything. So we are posting the placement requirements by the other companies and everything in that. We are forwarding all the details of the webinars and everything, that so that you can easily you can follow our group and you can easily join the webinars and everything. So I request every one of you to do that. So in LinkedIn, if you search on Bimlabs BIM community, you'll get it. In Facebook, it's Bimlabs BIM community. LinkedIn also, it is Bimlabs BIM community. And we are having so many in Telegram also, it is the same Bimlabs BIM community. And WhatsApp also you are having. So if you are interested, you can just do it. So any doubts regarding the session?
Thanks, Sujisha. It's such a wonderful presentation.
Thank you. So, any doubts? Okay then. Thank you everyone. So thank you everyone for the patience and attending the session. So if you're having any doubts or anything, you can just contact us back. Our website is bimlabs.in. You can just check out that website and contact us back. And I request every one of you to kindly copy this link and send the feedback. Thank you all. Thank you. You can leave the session once you copy this link.
Yeah, thank you.